Once a king of budget gaming, the R9 280X was the GPU that everyone wanted in 2013. It could crush AAA titles, look great in your case, and best of all, it didn't require to sell your kidney to own one.
I'll have to ask my accountant about that.
But just a few years later, this so-called king of budget gaming was dethroned, exiled, and mostly forgotten. This is the rise and great fall of AMD's R9 280X. Released in October 2013 for around $299, the R9 280X was the AMD's big move to dominate the mid-range gaming market. On paper, it was a beast. It had 3GB of GDDR5 memory, 384-bit memory interface, and whopping 2048 stream processors running at whole gigahertz, at whole 1 GHz, guys, in 2013. Sounds impressive? Well, that's because it basically was in 2013. But here's the fun part. It wasn't a brand new GPU. It was actually a rebranded HD 7970 GHz edition from 2012. Yep, same Tahiti XT silicon, but refreshed for R9 series launch. Despite that, gamers loved it. For the first, it was cheaper than Nvidia's GTX 770. For second, it could run Battlefield 4 at high settings in 1080p. And for the third, well, there wasn't anything else that came close to its pricing. Plus, it had that classic AMD feature, raw performance for the money. But it didn't win just over gamers. Miners grabbed it too. In 2014's Bitcoin and Litecoin craze, the 280X's compute power made it a goldmine for miners. Guys, remember RX 500 era when Ethereum gained popularity? Well, yeah, this was 2 times crazier. If you saw one in stock, well, for 100% I guarantee you would have grabbed it, no questions asked. Because back then, 280X's sold for much higher price in second-hand market than a brand new one.
We want to build the world's most advanced technology platform, what is called the Maxwell SM, the Maxwell Streaming Multiprocessor.
But in September 2014, Nvidia struck with new Nvidia's GTX 900 lineup, specifically with GTX 970. It had 4 GB of VRAM, quieter cooling, lower power draw, and now stronger 1440p performance. Overnight, R9 280X felt just old. Its 3 GB of VRAM was fine in 2013, but as games like Shadow of Mordor and GTA 5 came out and started using massive textures, the limit hit hard. And then there was power consumption, efficiency. In short, the 280X was a space heater, whopping 250 watts under load, compared to GTX 970, 145 watts. If you gamed in winter, let's say you wouldn't need a heater, you already had one. To make things worse, the AMD's drivers, even back then, they were inconsistent. While Nvidia cards often got game-ready drivers ready on a launch day basically, AMD owners even sometimes needed to wait months for game optimizations. Therefore, today, in 2025, R9 280X can still run many games, if you lower settings a little bit, and stick with 1080p of course. But it struggles in newer AAA titles that require more VRAM and newer APIs. DirectX 12 games really push it to its limits, if they even open. But it's not dead. Retro PC builders and budget gamers still pick it up for older games, and some even keeps as a collector piece. Still, after all, it's a reminder when AMD gave you insane performance for the price. So what's the legacy of R9 280X? Well, it was a rebrand that still delivered an incredible value. It powered thousands of gaming rigs, fueled crypto mining farms, and proved that AMD could punch above its price tag. But like all kings, its reign ended. But now, drop your story in the comment section. Was 280X your workhorse, or you just jumped ships to Green Team when GTX 970 launched? And if you love GPU history, click that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.